Hello and Assalamualaikum everyone. Today I would like to introduce you guys about one of the region in France. But before that, I and my partner like to introduce ourselves. My name is SHAFIQ bin Norman and my student ID number is 502262222033.
My name is AZMAN HAIKAL bin ADIRA. My student ID is 502262222147.
And the region that we will introduce to you guys is CORSICA. CORSICA, or Selectivity Territorial de Corse, is an island in the Mediterranean Sea and sits to the southeast of France. Compared with mainland France, Corsica is very sparsely populated. None of the towns on the island is large. Even the capital of Corsica, Ajaccio, has a population of only 65,000, and the all population in Corsica are around 339,000. For the language, French is a Corsican's official and working language. Although many Corsicans are bilingual and trilingual, speaking Italian and the native Corsican language, Corsu, which you will regularly hear in Corsica's more rural areas. Religions in the Corsica is predominantly Roman Catholic. Religions, events, and festivals are taken seriously, though the highlight being the Holy Weeks processions which take place in the towns such as Bonifacio, Certain, and Salvi in the week leading up to Easter. Moose head has become the emblem of Corsica Island. Any local produce goods, official building, Corsican-owned boats, property, and aircraft carry the symbol, and all Corsican political parties also use the emblem. In some specific case, it may represent a stronger nationalist or autonomist leaning, but it's generally a simple statement of pride in their country. The symbol dates back to the 13th century, when the Aragonese were given right over the Corsica by the Pope after their victory over the Saracens. They portrayed their acquisition by the Moose head. Behind the Corsica flag, there is plenty of history. It's a very identifiable flag and quite different to others in Europe. With a white background and a black face in the side profile. In the 18th century, the German adventurer Theodor von Neuf, who became a king of Corsica for 6 months in 1736, chose the forgotten moose head as the national flag, and 20 years later it was re-established as the official Corsica flag by the great Corsican patriot Pascal Paoli, who insisted that the banana was moved from the original position covering the eyes to the forehead in order to symbolize the liberation of Corsica. So the first place is Plage de Silesia. It's an unspoiled Corsica beach that is undoubtedly a favorite of frequent visitors. By far, the most popular feature of Plage de Silesia is a natural beauty. The natural beauty of captivate visitors who can delight in swimming in the aquamarine water, logging on 0.805 km of soft ivory sand, exploring coastal dunes with a comfortable shade, photographing a picturesque rocky outcroppings, and admiring sculptured dry woods, and is located on the island north coast. The next one is the Cavu River. It's a place very appreciated both for its beauty and for its ease of access. Surprising natural scenes ideal for refreshing, and the lush granite slab for a nap in the sun. And the last one is the capital of Corsica, Ajaccio. Famous as the birthplace of Napoleon, you can discover much about the great man's life by visiting Maison Bonaparte, the ancestral home of the Bonaparte family, which is now a national museum. Blessed by charming architectural features and attractive landmarks such as the Cathedral Notre Dame d'Assomption, it's well worth taking a morning to wander around the atmospheric streets of Ajaccio Old Town. There are a number of boat trips that can take from Ajaccio, giving the opportunity to soak up some of the stunning coastal scenery. Head to the attractive harbor where you'll find a line of inviting eateries close to the water edge. Here can enjoy some delicious seafood or tasty pizza, all while soaking up the view of the numerous yachts and sailing boats moored in the harbor. Located a couple of hours to the north of Ajaccio, this beautiful stretch of coastline is home to the UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Scandola Nature Reserve. Prosciutto is one of the famous food in Corsica. It's a cheese that can be fresh or matured, made on Corsica Island from the goat's or sheep's milk and whey. It can act as a lactose-free replacement for the Italian ricotta cheese. It has a smooth, creamy and crumbly texture, and its fat percentage is in the range of 40 to 50%. If eaten young, fresh, it is best to strain it through a cheesecloth or a sieve to remove of excess liquid foam. When it is sold as a mature cheese, it matures from a few weeks to a month. It has a sweet, milky taste and is best used in making omelets, baked goods such as pastries, or used in making soup. On its own, it's best to pair it with a red wine or with a Corsican white wine. So next is fegatul. It's the essential charcuterie in Corsica. This dry sausage is made of pork liver, and meat is flavored with spice, garlic, and red wine. The very word fegatul comes from fegatur, which means liver in the Corsica, and the delicacy is traditionally produced from pigs originating from the island. Dried or smoked, it takes a form of a ewe and must be consumed shortly after its preparation. It can be eaten raw, which is dry, like sausage, or cooked, grilled over the wood fire, roasted in the oven, and fried in the pan, with or without sauce. So, the last food is Sylvain de Sanglier, or wild boar. It's arguably Corsican's signature dish, a rich and hearty dish, as a casserole combines the boar with the onion, carrots, garlic, chestnut, fennel, and a generous quantities of endivier. Slow cooked, it's best served accompanied by a glass of a local red wine.
There are many festivals that celebrate in Corsica. First is the Fera deu Casgiu. Fera deu Casgiu is an annual event held in May in Venaco, in the central mountain of Corsica. It's celebrating the Iceland cheese baking tradition. Next is Jazz Festival, an annual festival showcasing the talent of French and international jazzers in Ajaccio that takes place at the end of June. Other festival is the Fête de la Musique, a French national music festival taking place around 21st June each year. Corsica's musicians are keen participants and there are concerts across the island. Famous spot in Corsica. First of all is hiking. The mountains of Corsica are simply perfect for those who are fond of hiking. They offer a wild nature, breathtaking view and roads of varying difficulty so as to meet both expert and beginner. Three in particular are the best idea that can be recommended: the popular GR20, the Path of Dogarnieri for an excursion overlooking the sea, and the Pass Mare e Monte. Next is diving. As you surely know, the Sea of Corsica on the surface is wonderful. Well, you have to know that it is also so deep. How to check this? Simple. Diving. Lavezzi Island, Sud Pare and Scandola are some of the best. Snorkeling also the sport that Corsica have. The cousin of diving is for all those who want to discover the underwater life and colors of Corsica without having to get wetsuit, cylinders and the rest of the necessary equipment. To snorkel, there are 5 beautiful beaches, some of which are in full title among the most beautiful in Corsica. That's all from us about describe the Corsica regions of France. Thanks for lending your ear and thank you.